Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, today, it's 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing some barbecue. Let's get to it.
Damn.
You wanna do the menu breakdown?
Okay. Okay, so we have a very extensive menu today. We have lamb chops, is it?
Lamb chops.
And we also that's it. We just have lamb chops.
There's also a drink.
So we have zero sugar kind of dry. I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah, in the chai cups. as well.
The chai cups.
So Jawad, what's the marination process?
So this is actually pre-made. I think it's just rosemary, garlic, crusted, whatever.
Where'd you buy it from?
Bought it from No Frills. About $10. Then I think I calculated the protein on this. 300 grams of meat, about 50, 60 grams of protein. You know what?
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Let's putting it on the grill now. You can hear the sizzle a little bit.
Nice. Good touch.
That's nice.
You want to open the drink now?
Sure. Let's get a soundbite of the pour, actually.
Oh, yeah? For those who are seeing you for the first time, how would you introduce yourself? Who are you? I feel like Nardwar. Who are you?
My name's Sarim. I'm 20. Damn. I'm in school, university.
What year?
Third year. Studying computer science. Let's go, unemployment.
Unemployed.
Me and Jawad, known each other since high school. I think me and him have always liked, video making, content creation as like an idea. I think me and him have always been able to talk about that. Actually, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's funny how like this is our first proper conversation in like call it 2 years,
Probably, yeah.
and it's funny how I'm filming a video with you. I know it's good though. I like it.
So Jawad, would you say you're like a grill master now?
Honestly, I genuinely think I've gotten so much better at this. Honestly, it's not that okay. First of all, like the learning curve wasn't that like steep, so it's pretty easy to understand. It's just like certain principles that you have to kind of nail down, and then it should be fine. Not too much technique.
What are the top 3 tips? Jawad Grill Master, if somebody's new, they want to do this at home, what are top 3 tips?
I mean, based on like the method that I figured out like maybe 2 videos ago, just charcoal chimney, get one of those. Those help like immensely. They're like what, $20 at your local hardware store or wherever, or Amazon. You don't even need like lighter fluid or anything, because lighter fluid, A, it's not good for you because you're just pouring like chemicals onto what you're essentially cooking your food on. B, you can taste it. Like you can taste it in the food. It doesn't really matter what type of coal you use. You can use briquettes or lump charcoal. I would recommend lump charcoal. It burns better in my opinion. You can get food done better. It has better flavor too.
Nice. That was barbecue tips with Jawad Rehan.
So sorry. Word on the street is you also make videos on YouTube. Let us know what this sort of situation is with your content creation journey, why you're currently on a hiatus, and yeah, just tell us a little bit about that.
I wouldn't call it a hiatus, because I barely make videos. Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked doing it. Like even at uni now, like the clubs I'm in, I like doing media for them. Just because it's always been fun, and I feel like my creative understanding of it is also pretty good. So it's always something I've wanted to do. But I don't know, I haven't been doing it, so I gotta and there's so much footage in the vault that I haven't touched. I just gotta get out there and make it. So
Something I've realized in making YouTube videos is that you have to strike a balance between creation and consumption. I feel like for a very long time I would just consume content, and I feel like they're essentially, what I'm trying to say is like they're two sides of the same coin. I feel like if you stay on one side for too long, it's just not going to be good long term. So I feel like for a while I've just been consuming content, not creating enough or not creating any at all. And I feel like that's putting me in sort of like a trough, for lack of a better word, creatively. Do you feel like you're too far on one side or not far enough on the other?
I don't really see it as a balance because I think I think it's just like a moment of realization, which is like, because not everybody wants to be a creator or like make videos, but like one day you just realize like I'm consuming all this content, why can't I contribute to it? You know, and then you like because people think like there's some sort of barrier of entry, when there literally isn't one. There's zero barrier of entry. I mean, we're sitting in a backyard, barbecuing. So yeah, it's just like one day if you like it enough, if you like content enough, if you like the creative process enough, you should give it a go. Yeah, that's I guess what me and Joel are trying to do as well.
Would you have more of like an affinity towards like the back end of it, rather than like actually sitting and talking to the camera? Because that's one thing. Is just like, though I'd say I enjoyed the editing process more than like the talking to the camera, because that feels a bit like dystopic, just talking to a camera. I don't know, like the back end of it is actually pretty engaging. It keeps me. That's one thing I can actually find myself that I can focus on without interruption. Would you say you have more of an affinity towards the back end? Because I feel like you strike me as that kind of person.
I think yeah, like I definitely enjoy the editing I think video editing is actually my favorite part of making content. But I think in general, anybody that like makes content and like gets good at it or or starts enjoying it a lot is gonna have more affinity towards the back end. Even people that I think like really like on being camera and have good content, they probably, maybe they don't talk about it, but they probably enjoy the video making and video editing process a lot more than just like being on camera, even though this part is like really fun and it's that's what makes the content. Yeah. But I think like anybody that like, if you like content, you're gonna like the process. That I think the people that actually succeed are people that are like aren't doing it to go viral, like they're doing it because they enjoy it. Even if they're doing like quote unquote viral stuff, it's because they actually enjoy it. If you like content, like truly, I think those are the people that like do well on social media, and it could be on any platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. That's my opinion. But because like everybody wants, like it seems like very appealing to everybody now, right? But when you pick up a camera and you film something and you get like you sit behind your computer and you edit it, you realize, wow, I actually don't like this. Then it's like, yeah, it might not be for you.
Do you know Steezy Kane?
Yeah.
His dude, maybe like a couple months ago, I actually subscribed to him, because lately like the videos he's made have been very introspective, and like him like reflecting on his journey and what it's like to be like a YouTuber or quote unquote influencer like in today's age, right? Steezy Kane, he would just do like pranks and stuff in like 2016, 2017, like that typical like prank type LA type content. But now it's like he's had like similar sort of like thoughts as us, in that being like a YouTuber or influencer was like actually different back then. But now it's just like Sarm was saying, it's kind of appealing. Everybody wants to be like a YouTuber, right? So I feel like he like pretty much his videos are good in that like they make you think like, oh, okay, not even in like a YouTuber sense, but like in like what you want to do with your life sense. Like, okay, like why am I doing this? Like he questions the why essentially, which I think is pretty cool, and he does it in like a very artistic, self-reflective way. Makes you think about yourself, which I think is pretty important. Okay, but with that being said, the food is essentially done. I'm gonna get some plates, and then we'll enjoy.
But yeah, adding on to what Jawad was saying, I think he makes a good point. I think like for a lot of people, like if you're making content, you shouldn't like. It's funny I'm saying this because I don't really like actively make it right now, but it shouldn't be like it shouldn't be something like incredible. It could just be an extension of what your life is or what you're doing currently. I wish you get a close up of this. It looks nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Tell me, bro. That's pretty good. Alright, get the next bite. ASMR, bro.
It's a little crunchy, but flavor's good.
You want sauce?
You recently started making videos, right?
I recently got back into it. Yeah.
But you didn't for a long time, right? And I know you've been wanting to do it for a very long time. He used to have a TikTok where he used to like talk about like anime and stuff. Yeah.
Anime, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those videos sure love, by the way.
What are your like? Do you have like a inspiration, or like, like YouTubers or creators, or like you still like try to emulate kind of thing?
I would say in terms of inspiration, no, I can't really point to anyone point to anyone specifically, but it's more so I had like this moment of realization where I'm just watching, like for example, like I've been watching the YouTubers, the Sidemen, for a very long time, right? Like ever since maybe I was like a little like grade 5, 6, whatever, right? And I came to a realization where I am now at the age where they started making videos, you know? And it gets to a point where it's like, okay, how long? Like, although they make like, funny videos, I still think like they're funny people, whatever. At what point do I like stop, maybe take a break from watching them and start doing something of my own, right? Because that's what they did. They just, they decided to, start recording videos and stuff when they were my age now. And they've been doing it for like, and that essentially changed the course of their life, right? So I'm kind of keeping that in mind. Like, okay, maybe if I just like, start posting consistently, like while I'm 20 or 21, who knows, maybe in like 6, 7 years, it might turn into something a lot more fruitful. So that's the kind of the intention. But no one really to point to in terms of like inspiration. So I do have like, I can name so many YouTubers that I don't want to be like, or like that I don't want to make content like, but I can't really point to anyone that I want to make content like them. But I guess certain traits that I want as a quote unquote influencer, creator, whatever, is to, it's pretty much I aspire to inspire people, Like I don't want my videos to be like, someone just watches them and does nothing, like, afterwards. I want my videos to be like someone watches them and just thinks to themselves like, oh, okay, maybe this person's out here, talking with a friend, doing something pretty simple. Maybe I could, do something similar. I've been wanting to. But I just been putting it off. So why not, That's the thing. I just want my videos to serve as like a reminder more so than like a point finger teaching you how to live your life. I think that stuff gets pretty like contradictory and like convoluted. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I'm curious, Sarm. Who did you watch growing up? Like YouTube. I feel like YouTube has been a part of our lives for a very long time. I feel like it's just the age we live in now. We've been watching it since like we were children. Who did you grow up on? Like, which type of YouTubers were you into? What type of content were you into? I'm curious.
Yeah, like similar to like what Joel said, like I kind of watched everything, especially the Sidemen as well. Like especially when I was young. Yeah, like the whole like YouTube space around the UK. I feel like I watched a lot of that when I was younger. And in terms of like creativity, like might be a little weird to say this, but Sneeko, back in the day, like I think he made like the best videos on the platform. Like the creative process behind it, like the stuff he talked about. I still think like in his heyday, like he's the best YouTuber to ever be on the platform. You know.
You put me onto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, like his videos are like, it might not be he doesn't do that anymore, but like the
Definitely does not do that anymore.
but like back in the day, like his videos are incredible, and they're still like some of them are like his channel's banned, I'm pretty sure now, but like some of his old videos are still up, and like you can see the creative process behind it. And he was young, he was like between the ages of like 17 and like 22 is like when he really like became popular. And like he was like he was himself on camera, he was open, he would talk about like errors he made. That's what like really interested me, and the first time like I could see myself was just like, yeah, wow, I like this is something I could see myself doing, like something I would be interested in. It helps to have people that you know in real life or like have met before do good things. Like there's this guy I know at Western, who's like really good friends with someone who I'm friends with, and like he's done a bunch of like media stuff before, but like he had never like made a YouTube or an Instagram or like done anything before. And like in 1 month, like he's like making reels and like documenting a bunch of cool stuff.
Really?
Like yeah, he's in New York right now.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know him that well, but I have met him before.
What's his name?
His name's Jeremy. Shout out Jeremy Rowe. He's not gonna watch this, but but yeah, he's really cool. And like seeing him, even he posts on LinkedIn and stuff, and like just seeing that like kind of go from like not having a single post up like a month ago to like having some really cool stuff up is like, it kind of just shows that like there's so many people that are like have been like brewing content ideas and like this creative process in their mind for so long without taking action on it. So like when you see other people do it, it like kind of lets you know like you can do this too. Like if that person could do it, like there's no reason you shouldn't be doing it either.
This kind of ties into his point. when you see someone like that close to you making it happen, like, you know, doing essentially what you've told yourself you want to do or like you're gonna do, and you see someone actually doing it, I feel like that puts like a different, like, that lights like a different spark. You know what I mean? Because like, sure, I could watch like the 3 a.m. motivation type reel or TikTok or whatever, and tell myself, oh, I'm gonna start waking up at like, you know, 6 a.m. and, you know, chase my dreams. But I feel like those that kind of spark dies out very quickly. And when you see someone like, you know, that close to you, so like that, like in terms of proximity, like that close to you, making it happen, I don't know. It just sets like a different, like, puts you in like it's very humbling in a way, because you're like, okay, this person, similar upbringing, you know, studying where I'm studying, possibly studying what I'm studying, essentially creating like a path for himself. And just like Sarm was saying, you tell your, then you just come to this realization where there is no reason for you not to be doing it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I don't know if you know this channel, QFC. They essentially they just react to music, right? And they're just a group of guys that react to music, right? They're based in Toronto. Bro, I'm not even joking. I came across like their videos on like Instagram or whatever, and one of the guys that was like a part of like that group, I'm not even joking. I walked. This was like the beginning of third year. I walked into one of my lectures. I saw him. I'm like, yo, this guy is
Like me.
just like, and I told him, I was like, yo, like, I seen your stuff. His name is Hamza, bro. I don't know if he's watching this. Shout out to Hamza. But I was speaking to him. I'm like, I was just like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'd kind of like be a bit too curious about like their whole process. But that's just like, you know, like the curiosity of like, I want to do this too. Just to see him do it, the fact that he's like doing what he wants to do and creating a path with his boys, you know, it's just like, why can't I do this, you know?
Yeah.
How's the lamb?
It was good, honestly. Like, I kind of actually like the crust now.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, you could. This is like a restaurant quality. In my opinion, this is restaurant quality stuff, bro. Like, you'd pay like upwards of 30 for like 6 of these. I pay 10.
what's that place called? The Black.
Blackstone.
Yeah, you get this at Blackstone, you know. So
Would you say you're a foodie?
I say I like eating. I definitely like to like try new things, but I wouldn't say I'm like a yeah, like super out there kind of thing. Why? Do you consider yourself one?
I would say yeah. That actually like. I feel like sometimes it's a problem, bro. Because like I do like to eat a lot. I do like to eat, bro. I do like to eat, man. Like I remember there was one time. This was like January. I went to this like local bakery, Lazar Bakery. Shout out to Lazar Bakery. I got like just like a box with like pastries, donuts, so many things, right? But I'm not even joking. I was so hungry. I came home. It was like 12 a.m. I came home, didn't even take my bag off or anything. Opened the box and I just started eating, bro. Literally like 20 minutes in, the box is like 95% done.
Did you like 20 minutes there? Did you like stop and like what have I done? Like just kind of stand there shocked at yourself.
But to be fair, I was like trying to lose a little bit. It sounds so silly, but I was just trying to lose a little bit of weight then, right? So I was like kind of depriving myself of like, you know, like the sweet treats and like stuff like that. Until what point I was just like, yo, I'm losing my mind. I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna get a box of pastries and just consume it all. And yeah, did I feel bad afterwards? No, I think I felt more like, but like I told myself like let's just not do this again. Like we never speak of this again. I told myself. Shawarma is like a top like 3 food. I could eat it every day. I'm not even joking.
Even after all the shawarma you've probably eaten living in Mississauga, you like we have all the like people, bro. Like my family comes from Chicago.
That's crazy.
Like 4 times a year. Yeah, and they have stuff. They have shawarma there.
Yeah.
You know, it's Chicago. It's a big city,
Yeah.
and they drive to this suburb of Toronto to eat food. And like I have family coming from like as far as like Georgia, just to eat at Ridgeway Plaza, or like but even before Ridgeway existed, like they were coming. I don't know. We kind of live in like a very like condensed environment.
I would say food centric too, like especially Mississauga. Like the food options here are actually like they feel a little endless sometimes. But like somewhere like Brampton, like I feel like they don't have like insane cuisine. Like over here, like you have Ridgeway Plaza for one, or like Central Mississauga, like Square One area. Dude, it's like just too much food, man. It's like, how many places are you gonna really eat at, you know? Like, I understand Sarm's like sentiment on being a foodie is because like he's not the most like outgoing or like in terms of like adventurous rather, because like, you know, like what's here is like good enough. You know what I mean? It's satisfying enough. Like, how many places are you really gonna eat at, you know?
When I go to Chicago or like go to New York and like, and people don't okay, like nobody will agree with me, but like when I go there and I eat like their shawarma, I'm like, it's the same. Like, like, I don't think sumac.
Same or worse?
I honestly I can't. I don't think I have like enough of a refined palate to tell the difference. Like, if I eat at Al Jawad or if I eat at Sumac or like if I go to some random place in like Bridgeview, Illinois, I don't think I can like really like
No way, man.
tangibly tell the difference. No, I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. Like, what's another like big food spot here? Karai Boys.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of like that's like one thing that like a lot of my family like always often points out. If I go to Karai Boys or if I go to some Karai spot like some popular Karai spot in Chicago or Devon, I can't tell the difference. I'm gonna be honest. Like, food is food, bro. And I mean,
So the mic cut off, and what were you talking about last? Yeah, we were just pretty much just talking about like food and like, you know, how none of us. I mean, Sarm's not really that big of a foodie, but I would say I am. Yeah, but on the topic of food, I hope the person watching this is inspired to make something today. Maybe go out to barbecue yourself, you know? But with that being said, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked the video. Consider subscribing if you want to see content similar to this. Thank you, Sarm, for coming today and taking the time. Sit here, enjoy some barbecue lamb chops. It was pleasant. It was a pleasant experience. But yes, any final words? You wrap it up for us, buddy.
I don't know. I'm gonna go buy a Diet Canada Dry after this.
Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next week, maybe.